I couldn't snag a regular flight back home for the holiday, so I had no choice but to book first class. The moment I found my seat, I saw a brat bouncing all over it. I patiently smiled and said, "Hey there, little one, this is my seat. Where's yours?" He made a face at me. "It's mine now, you old hag." I grabbed his collar, intending to lift him off the seat. Just then, a shrill female voice shrieked from behind me. "What are you doing? Let go of my son." I released him, keeping my voice as gentle as possible. "Please, control your child. This is my seat." Her volume abruptly escalated. "He's just a child. Can't you, an adult, just let it go? You're all dressed up and look decent enough, but you have no compassion." Her twisted version of the truth made me laugh, but it was a cold, angry laugh. "If you're so compassionate, why couldn't you afford a first-class ticket for your child?" Seeing that I wouldn't give up the seat, the brat's mother pointed a finger at me. "Lektu, ring. Even my son knows about respecting elders and caring for the young, but you're arguing with a child over a seat. What's a selfish person like you doing in first class? You're an insult to the other passengers here." I was about to call a flight attendant, but she pressed the call button first, then imperiously waved at the chief flight attendant who rushed over. "Chief flight attendant, I want to file a complaint. How can your airline let just anyone into first class? This woman, she not only snatched my son's seat, she assaulted him. I demand you kick her off this plane immediately." Mrs. Davies, the chief flight attendant, maintained a professional smile, but a hint of impatience flickered in her eyes. "Ladies, the plane is about to begin its takeoff procedures. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. We can discuss any issues once we're airborne and stable, alright?" I was about to nod and sit down, but the woman behind me beat me to it. He shoved her son into my seat and buckled him in. "Discuss? There's nothing to discuss. She's an adult, and she attacked my son over a seat, scaring him. This isn't over." I was almost laughing again at her shamelessness. When did I attack anyone? I didn't even touch a single hair on his head from start to finish. The surveillance cameras can prove it. And this is my seat. I paid for it. I turned to Mrs. Davies, forcing down my anger. "Chief flight attendant, this is my seat. Please make her and her child leave." Mrs. Davies just opened her mouth to speak. "Ma'am." But the woman raised a hand, signaling Mrs. Davies to shut up, then yelled at me. "You have the nerve to say that. Didn't your family teach you any manners? Do you even know how to write respecting elders and caring for the young? My son is only 4 years old. Can't you show a little class and just give up the seat? What's the big deal?" All eyes in the cabin turned to me, filled with scrutiny and blame. I couldn't be bothered to argue with her any longer. I directly pulled out my ID and boarding pass from my bag and showed them to Mrs. Davies. "Excuse me, but I paid $12,000 for this first-class ticket. My name is clearly written in black and white on the ticket. I paid for this service, so why should I give it to an ill-mannered brat? I could absolutely file a complaint against you. Why aren't you verifying boarding passes before letting just anyone come in and take seats? This is a serious lapse in your work." Mrs. Davies' face went completely ashen. She knew the seriousness of the situation. She quickly turned to the woman, offering a placating smile. "Ma'am, I'm truly sorry. How about you take your child back to your own seat for now? The plane is about to take off, and safety comes first." The woman scoffed, pulled out her phone, opened her electronic ticket, and shoved it right in Mrs. Davies' face. "Look closely. This seat, 1A, whose name is O, and it? My husband bought this ticket for me. How could it be wrong? I was giving you a chance to back down gracefully, but you chose to make a fool of yourself." Mrs. Davies stared at it, and her face grew even stranger. My heart sank, and I immediately pulled out my own phone, opening my booking app. However, the moment I saw the electronic ticket information, I froze. Under seat number 1A, a completely unfamiliar name was displayed, Tiffany Gao, but I had definitely used my own account, my own card, and paid a solid $12,000. What in the world was going on? "Please, check the airline's back-end system again." I took a deep breath, forcing myself to calm down, and handed my phone to the bewildered chief flight attendant. Mrs. Davies took the phone, then looked at Tiffany's ticket, her face etched with difficulty. She contacted ground staff via internal comms. A few seconds later, she looked up, her gaze complex. "Ma'am, the system indeed shows Ms. Tiffany's name." Tiffany let out a harsh, triumphant cackle, looking at me smugly. "Shocked, aren't you? Let me tell you, this is an employee family ticket my husband got for me. My husband is the captain of this very flight, Julian Gu. I was being nice earlier, not wanting to expose you for occupying the seat, but now you're digging your own grave, and I'm more than happy to help you finish." She deliberately raised her voice, ensuring everyone in first class could hear. My entire world imploded. Julian Gu, wasn't he my husband of 5 years? And who was this arrogant woman in front of me? The moment Mrs. Davies heard the captain's name, her attitude did a complete 180. She handed my phone back, offering a polite smile. "Ma'am, please return to economy class. Let's not delay our normal takeoff, alright?" My mind was a chaotic mess. I couldn't calm down at all. "I won't go to economy class. I paid for first class. My payment records can prove this ticket is mine." Tiffa, New York looked like she'd heard the funniest joke in the world. She crossed her arms, scrutinizing me from head to toe. "Oh, so you're making fake tickets just to sit in first class? Technology is so advanced these days, it's easy to doctor a photo, right? I'd say you're quite young, but your vanity is just, wow. Is there no one at home? Can't even afford a first-class ticket, so you resort to such shady tactics?" The surrounding passengers immediately began whispering, pointing fingers at me. "Oh my god, faking a ticket? That's incredibly brazen. And grabbing a child's seat too, how embarrassing. Does she think kids are easy targets? Now she's really bit off more than she could chew. The husband's a captain. Let's see how she gets out of this one." Seeing their reaction, Tiffany grew even more smug. She lifted a hand to brush her hair back, and a necklace around her neck flashed before my eyes. My pupils abruptly constricted. that necklace. I found it in the pocket of Ju Lian's jacket, hanging in his closet, the day before my business trip. At the time, I thought it was his 5-year wedding anniversary gift for me. My heart had been so sweet for so long, thinking I'd finish my trip early and come back to surprise him. Turns out, the surprise had already been given to someone else. And I, like a fool, had been played for a fool the entire time. I clenched my fists so hard my nails dug into my palms. Chief flight attendant, I'm asking you one last time, can you really not resolve this? My voice was icy. Tiffany seized the opportunity. Oh, why are you making it hard for the staff? They're just doing their jobs here. It's not easy for them. You faked a ticket, got exposed, and now you're feeling guilty, so you want to complain your way out of it. Seriously. Not only do you not respect your elders or care for the young, you have no basic respect for service personnel. Where's your class? Mrs. Davies's face completely darkened, and her tongue became stiff. Ma'am, I advise you to just take the high road and not make things difficult for us employees. I gave a cold laugh, no longer bothering with them. I walked straight up and reached out to unbuckle the brat's seatbelt. You dare touch my son? Tiffany shrieked, raising her hand, and a loud slap landed squarely on my face. I staggered, my cheek burning with pain. The entire cabin fell silent. You actually dared to hit my son. Help! Air marshals! Someone's assaulting people on this plane. Tiffany screamed hysterically. Mrs. Davies's face changed drastically. She immediately called for the air marshals via intercom. 2 tall air marshals quickly arrived, grabbing me from either side. My arms twisted behind my back, leaving me unable to move. Tiffany put on a pained expression, pointing at me and lecturing. Look at you. All this over one seat. Is it worth it? Do you know that because of you, the travel plans of hundreds of people on this flight are being delayed? Can your conscience bear that? As an airline family member, I can't stand selfish, inconsiderate people like you. After she finished, she even patted her son's shoulder meaningfully. The brat, understanding, jumped up from the seat and loudly recited, My dad is the coolest captain in the world. He always tells us to respect our elders, care for the young, and follow public transport rules. Always put the collective interest first. Don't let your own matters affect everyone else. These words instantly ignited the anger of the surrounding passengers. What's going on? Get this woman off the plane. We're in a hurry. Exactly. So self-centered. Who does she think she is? Causing trouble here. Even a child understands this. How can such a grown-up be so clueless? What's wrong with the airline, letting someone like this on board? It's bad luck. Insults and accusations rained down on me. I was held tightly by the 2 air marshals, trembling with rage. This airline, I had acquired it 5 years ago. I bought it because Julian said he loved the sky and wanted to be a free-spirited pilot. For him, I used my family's connections, allowing him to skip the lengthy process of accumulating seniority and become a captain at a young age. But now, I'd been such a fool, pouring my efforts into an ungrateful snake, and he's letting this woman bully me. This seat was mine from the start. She's the one who forcibly occupied it with her child. Twisting the truth is what's actually delaying the flight. I stared fiercely at Mrs. Davies and the air marshals. I want to see your captain. Get Julian Gu out here. You still dare to see my husband? Tiffany was enraged. She lunged forward, slapping my face several more times and even kicking my shins hard. Your mom didn't teach you how to behave, so I'll teach you today. Who the hell do you think you are to even ask to see my husband? Take a good look in the mirror, honey, you're not even in his league. I endured the blows, my face and legs stinging, but I merely sneered, my eyes like daggers fixed on her. Let him come. He knows who I am. Tiffany froze, then became even more agitated, yelling at the air marshals. What are you waiting for? This woman, first she occupied a seat and hit a child, now she's threatening staff and demanding to see the captain. She's a lunatic. Get her off this plane. Mrs. Davies's face was also filled with disgust. She waved her hand at the air marshals. This woman is severely disrupting public order and endangering flight safety. Take her off the plane and hand her over to ground police. Yes, ma'am. The 2 air marshals increased their grip and began pushing me towards the cabin door. Tiffany stood with her arms crossed, a triumphant smile on her face. Just as I was being pushed to the cabin door, I pulled out my phone and quickly dialed a number. This is Aria Ling. Immediately notify air traffic control. Your AI line system has been hacked. Passenger ticket information has been maliciously altered. Taking off now will endanger the lives of all passengers. Immediately send the group's highest-ranking executive to handle this. After hanging up, a brief silence was broken by Tiffany's sharp, piercing cackle.